Good morning, teachers. Welcome to SV Union High School and Junior College. Our college index number is 11.15.026. In today's video, I am going to explain what is the role of Guidance Center. In Standard 11 CAP process, that is Centralized Admission Process, Guidance Center plays a very important role. There are certain functions related to guidance centers like see the seat number of the students, check the name of the student, find out the students list, then find out the college's name, then approve the other state board students, etc. Guidance center role in standard 11 and online admission process is to give the guidance to the students, system login action, how to fill the online form, students registration, form editing, unlocking the form, a very important operation, and a verification of forms. So through the guidance center, you can unlock the form. Suppose a student want to edit the form, then he can unlock the form with the help of guidance center. Now, when you log into the guidance center, every college, those who are having guidance centers, they will get a special username and password, so with which you have to log in with this guidance center. So like this screen will open where you will get the guidance center name here, that is SV Union Junior College Pune. Then after that, application form menu contains the applications pending for verification, edit application form, unblock 10th seat number, check payment history, get student's password, search student, student's timeline, and if you want to print the application form. After verification of the student, so here you will get the verified students list. If any application is incomplete, then you can send the list back to the student, that is unverified list. So all these options you will get on the screen after you log in through the guidance center. Now, application pending for verification means when you click on this option, you will get a list of pending applications which you have to verify. Especially other boards like CBSE, ICSE, NIOS, these students, they send a list for the guidance center for the verification. So that list will get verified and then the application will submitted. Now, in the verify application form, here there are different options which you will get, like 10 standard mark sheet, caste certificate. Now for EWS and SCBC, the caste certificate is required, non-criminal certificate is required, and minority certificate is required. So, caste certificate means your SC/ST certificate. Either it is self-attested or electronically published, that is green color tick mark must be there. So in the verification status, you have to click on verified if the mark sheet is correct, and in the comments you can write the form is verified. Comment option is not compulsory, but if you want to write for your knowledge, so you can write the form is verified. Same like for caste certificate, if the caste certificate is uploaded, then you can view the caste certificate, and if it is okay, then you can check the status as verified. Same for non-criminal certificate, if the student has applied, then he can fill the form that for the certificate he has applied. So here if the document is not uploaded, in the comments you can write in the verification status you write not verified, in the comments you can write document not uploaded. Same for the minority certificate, if the document is not there with the student, then you can write the verification status as not verified, and in the comment you can write document not uploaded. So remark also you can write below that document is not uploaded. Then in the edit application form, suppose a student want to edit his application form like part 1, part 2, then he has to click, the guidance center in charge has to click on edit application form. where in the text box he has to write the application form number. When the button is pressed as such, then he will get all the information about the student. Enter the application form number and one OTP will get generated on the student's registered mobile number. By typing the OTP, the student can able to edit the form, or if he requested to the guidance center, then guidance center person can edit the form. So in this way, the form can be edited. Whatever register number is there, that is important, that student should write it down, because all the OTPs, one time passwords, will go on that mobile. Next, unblock 10th seat number. Now for unblocking 10th seat number, select the correct board. This will happen if double form, that is same seat number, is filled by another person and that is filled by the student. Then unblock the seat number and again fill the form. So here, if the student is from SSC board, so he has to select the SSC board as per his board name, CBSE, ICSE, IB, IG, CSE, NIOS or any other board. That name must be selected here. 10th standard passing year, that is current year, and 10th standard seat number the student has to enter, or we will enter the number and then we have to click on the search button. It will unblock the 10th seat number. Then check the payment history, whether the student has paid the online processing fee, admission processing fee or not. That we can check with the help of check payment history option. Here also we have to type enter application form number. The form number we have to type, and below that the student transaction ID will get generated, that will available over here, the amount which he has paid, the date on which he has paid, student has paid, and the time, the payment date, payment mode, and payment done by, the seat number also, the registration number also he will get, and a print receipt. So if you want to give the printout of this receipt, then you can give by clicking on the print receipt option. Get student password, we can able to see the student password and send him on his mobile number. So here just we have to enter the application form number, and when we click on search, then you will get the password of the student. So in case of student has forgotten the password and if it is not getting access, then this guidance center will help you out to get the student password. Search student. So here if you want to search a specific student, suppose he is not getting his registered number, so you can search by seat number, you can search by name, or you can search by registered mobile number. So anyone is applied over here, he will get the information about it. The registered mobile number is required, which the student has done while entered while registering the form. Then student timeline, we can able to see the student's timeline, that is from date of filling form to the last activity what he has done. Suppose he has filled first part 1, then part 2, then after that again he has applied, selected the list of colleges. So whatever activities he has done during the process, all the activities we can able to see on the student timeline. Again the application number we have to type over here and click on the search button. Then print application form. We can print the application form here. Then the verified list, students list is displayed where the verification is done. Then send back the student list. Form can be sent back to the student for modifications like upload, change the name, address, everything. Suppose if in any case, if anything is missed out by the student, if he wants to change certain things, then we can send the list back, send the student back to his login again. Unverified, where the verification is not done due to not uploaded the certificate, not uploading of certificate, non-criminal certificate, etc. So that list will get displayed in the unverified students list. So here important things to remember: for SC and ST categories, no need to upload the non-criminal certificates. That means there is no requirement for SC, scheduled castes and scheduled tribes categories. They have to upload only the caste certificate of student's name. Important thing. Student's name caste certificate is very important. For VJNT, NT, OBC, SBC, SEBC, EWS categories, compulsorily upload the non-creamier certificate of student's name. Otherwise, their caste will be considered as general. That is, they will lie in the open category instead of any other category. Before verification, check each uploaded document carefully and then click on verified. So if the document is not uploaded properly, that is with his father's name, if the certificate is uploaded, then again you have to send that form back to the student and you have to tell him that upload your name's certificate. So before verification, check each uploaded document carefully. During unblocking the student, check his seat number correctly. If you are unblocking it, then you have to first verify his seat number, whether the number contained by the student is correct or not, whether his name is correct or not. So that precaution you have to take. Whenever forms will come for verification in the guidance center, first communicate with student on phone and then make the necessary changes. Otherwise, if it comes and student doesn't know about it, then that will be a miscommunication between the guidance center person and the student. So as soon as the form comes for verification, first on his phone number, contact him, talk to him, and then only make the necessary changes. Remember, all this process is very important in students' point of view. Our main motto is to guide the student. Each and every student should participate in this process. That is very important. So once the student is participated, his admission is done through the online process, then student will also get satisfaction about it. Thank you.